What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Fear of Being Average Trading channel, which is actually going to be renamed FBA Capital. So that's a little something that's going to be changing. So yeah, FBA Capital is going to be the new YouTube channel name, but let's get right on into today's daily range on US30. So first things first, you could obviously see today wasn't the best day. You could see price range for majority of it, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up the previous day's high and the previous day's low, just like this. So previous day's high, which came nowhere close. Price came nowhere close to it because, as you know from yesterday, if you pay attention to my daily ranges in my Telegram chat, you would have known that yesterday was a pretty bearish day. And if you even watched just the live streams, you would know that yesterday had a major drop. And you could see that today actually followed that continuation of that overall downwards trend. So now we got the previous day's high and the previous day's low. And this is going to be something of significance I'm going to point out to you guys. So just give me a second. Let's get these other things first. Let's mark up this Asian session, this Asian range right here. Move this over just like that. Mark up the Asian range. I'm going to mark up the 50% of it, just like that. And nope, did it wrong. I don't know what is doing. Hold on. Being weird. There we go. Okay, we got the Asian range. Now I'm also going to draw the 12 a.m. open, which is right here. And now I'm going to explain to you guys overall what was happening in price today, what happened overall, and basically explaining it. So as you can see, once price opened at 12 a.m., price came below this 12 a.m. open right here. You can see price came below it at around 1:15 in the morning. Price came below, cleared this previous day's low right here. This previous day's low was cleared, so I'm going to mark that down. This is when that previous day's low was originally cleared. And why is that important? Because the previous day's low was cleared, meaning that there's already a high chance that the price could possibly continue lower. So that was something I was looking at while price was still in this overall uptrend before this whole down move. Next thing, I'm paying attention up here. Why am I paying attention up here? Because if you look to the left, this is the Asian session high. And if you see, price swiftly cleared that Asian session high. Let me get over here. Price cleared that high, and we also got to look at where that is in price. You see that this is right around that 36,500 area. So we had multiple reasons to believe why price was more than likely going to see a downwards movement from this area. Why? Because for one, we have this Asian session high that got cleared at New York session in the morning. And what do we know about when New York session is making the high of the day? We know that there's a possible chance of an overall reversal on the trend. And that's exactly what happened. So we see from here, price traded up, cleared this previous day's high, not the previous day's high, cleared the Asian session high. So we're going to write that down. I'm going to just put Asian range high cleared. At what time? It got cleared at, I'll say 5. But honestly, I'm going to just say 8:30 because that's around the time that I start getting on the chart. So that's going to be more beneficial to me. It got cleared at 8:30. Also, plus traded into 36,500. 36,500. Spelled that all wrong. Here we go. Just like that. So we got this Asian range. The Asian session high got cleared at 8:30 in the morning and traded into 36,500. So that was already enough reason for me to believe why I would expect price to continue lower. And that's not all. Now, one thing that I wanted to see price do, I wanted to see price trade up into this order block that we have here. This order block right here. But in this case, it did not trade up to there. But one thing that I did do, I pulled my fib from this high to this low that was made during that London session, because this is the range that price was currently in when it was trading here. So if we go back in time, this is when I was looking at the charts. So at 8:30 when I started looking at the charts, this is where we were. So what did I do? I pulled my fib just like this from that high to this low, and then we're going to look at the actual fib levels just like that. And you can see that we had a lot of confirmation in this specific area on why we should expect price to overall have this downwards movement. We were rejecting this fib. I'm also going to put that in here. We also had that fib short rejection. So now we have overall 3 confirmations in this area for why we would expect price to potentially want to move lower. If price would have tapped into this order block we have over here, that would have been an extreme confirmation, and that's something I was looking to take as a short today. But as you can see, price never came up to there, and I sadly wasn't able to capitalize on that short. But then you can see from there, price overall dropped. Price dropped at around 9 o'clock. Price started moving, and then 9:30, 9:15 is where price overall had that movement to the downside. Now, where did it go? It then targeted the previous day's low again. Now, that was important because one, I saw that price already cleared this previous day's low already. So it showed a willingness of wanting to be bearish. Now, that's not all. Just because it cleared that low doesn't mean it's always going to continue lower. As you can see, price continued just to clear this low and then swiftly moved higher. But the overall reason that I expected price to continue lower is because we cleared the previous day's low. And then if you come back to the daily time frame over here, yesterday was a bearish day. So this is today's candle. This is yesterday's candle. Price was a bearish day yesterday. So that's why we would expect price to more than likely have another bearish day today, because we know just based off of probabilities that if a candle forms bullish, the likelihood of the next candle being bullish is going to be far more likely. Same thing for a bearish candle. If a candle forms bearish, the likelihood of the next candle being bearish is just going to be far more likely. It's probabilities and numbers at the end of the day. So now we're going to go back to that daily time frame. And another reason why I was expecting price to overall continue lower is because if you look at this area right here, mind you, don't even pay attention to any of this right here. That was today's candle, but this is overall what happened today. This is today's daily range candle. We want to pay attention to this area right here. We see price came up and filled in this imbalance in price that we had. So from this low of this first up candle, which is a daily bearish order block, as you can see, and then price came up just like this, tapped into it, filled this fair value gap, tapped into the low of this candle, and from there price swiftly moved lower. Now this is what I be talking about when I say the market is not random, because look at the precision of these candles. If you zoom all the way in, mind you, just on the daily time frame, look at the precision. Came to this low, traded right into it. Look at this pip. That's 1 pip. 1 pip away from this area. This is not random. It all happens for a reason. And that's part of the reason why I was expecting price to move lower. And if we look where this is, that high of the candle was right here when we traded into this 70.50%. Cleared this high and showed a willingness to want to reject after trading below 36,500. Then we see the previous day's low was targeted. It was already cleared from that London session, but it got targeted again. And then from here, you can see price swiftly moved higher. But then where did it go? Now if we pull our fib from that high that started this overall down move, and we pull it to this low down here. So from this high to this low, we have our fib, and we see that we came up, rejected that 70.50% right there, and had a possible re-entry that we could have potentially taken a short on. So we see we have this possible sell re-entry. Oh, my dog's acting crazy. But we had this possible sell re-entry right here off of this fib, and you can see price then traded below again. But then overall price continued to just range after clearing this previous day's low and didn't really do much after that. So now if we draw the schematic of what happened, this is the Asian session range. The range is right here. London session, we came down, cleared that previous day's low, cleared that Asian session low. Then from here, price swiftly moved up, cleared that high, and we had an overall reversal on the trend. So this is the overall schematic of what happened today. I'm gonna make it a little bit cleaner for you guys to see. Just like that. Price came down, cleared this low, came up, cleared the high, and then from there price swiftly moved to the downside. And this was overall a bearish reversal day, because if it was a continuation day, it possibly could have happened. We had this continuation at 3:30 in the morning right here. London's trend was bullish. Then what happened at New York session? New York session turned into a bearish day, and overall price continued to move lower throughout the day. So this is basically all that really happened today on US30. It was a pretty clean day. We weren't given much opportunity due to the fact that what time I was trading at around 8:30 in the morning, but I didn't get into any trades until around 9 o'clock. And by that time, 9 o'clock, 9:30, price was already having that momentum falling, and it wasn't really much I could do. One trade I was able to capitalize on, this long right here. I was able to get a 2% trade. So man, can I show you guys real quick? Nah, you guys, if you want to see it, make sure you join the Telegram. If you want to see it, make sure you join the Telegram because I have the screenshot of my trades in there. Or you could just check my Instagram. I have it on there too. Whichever one works best, but I'm not going to show you guys on this. But this was overall what happened today on US30. This is the daily range. And that's really all. Hopefully you're able to learn something from this. Hopefully you're able to take some information that you didn't know. Hopefully you're able to learn something from this. And if you want, just take a screenshot of this or even join the Telegram because I'm going to send this along with the video and this screenshot to the Telegram so everyone can save this and back test and just overall study from this, because the only way we're going to learn is from every day in history of price. We learn from the past to predict the future. Not predict, anticipate, but you get what I'm saying. So this is overall what happened on US30, a bearish New York reversal. Clear little day. Nothing we could have really capitalized on, nothing today, sadly. If I would have gotten into a trade around 8:30 in the morning, I would have had a better opportunity, but it is what it is. You can't win them all. But we'll be back again tomorrow morning, so make sure you join the live stream in the morning and we're going to see what we can do again. But if you like this video, if you found it informative, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.